Right, with the general overview briefly discussed, let's go and have a look at the details of our first working paper, which is the engagement acceptance and continuance document. Now, this working paper consists of a number of questions. You will see that the first one here starts with if this engagement is a new or a continuing engagement, and you'll simply go and say specifically what it is. If it's a new engagement, we do have a working paper, so I'll leave it as a new engagement here, and you can go and have a look at the 10.01 video to go and look at the details of what we'll cover there. Then the ISQC1, there's a question around quality control and whether accepting this engagement would contravene any of the firm's quality assurance procedures. This and the next few questions are all just simply yes or no questions. We're looking in terms of the ISRE standard. Paragraph 29 has a number of requirements before you can accept a review engagement. The first one here, are you satisfied that there's a rational purpose for the engagement? So go through these questions. As you work through any of the questions, you can go and insert your initials and the date as you work through the file, and that'll just keep and help you keep tabs of where you are in the process. There are some additional questions, so question 9, question 10, question 12 to 15 that you can see here. There are white cells where the rest have drop downs, and the reason for that is these are cells where the values will be populated based on information that I capture in another working paper. So as soon as I go and capture information in 10.01, it'll return back the relevant details into this working paper for me. What I'm going to briefly do is I'm going to open up 10.04, and I'm going to go and just fill in the conclusions. And you'll see that when I go back to 10.00, that information is carried over for me. Okay, so we will look at all of these documents individually. Just know that what you complete there will come and assist you in completing 10.00. Okay, there are questions about the South African Companies Act. The major reason for that is just to go and specify the PIS score, and it's really just to ensure that you've documented somewhere in the file what the PIS score is, just to ensure that you have adequate justification for the fact that you have a review. And ultimately, at the end of the day, what we're wanting to do is give a conclusion whether or not you're willing to accept the review engagement, and a final accept-decline decision to be carried forward throughout the file. So very briefly, that is 10.00, really just a checklist to ensure that you have considered all the necessary items in terms of accepting a review engagement.